So I kind of had an interesting thought experiment recently. Like, one of the things for me that I've always believed is this phrase that like readers are leaders, right? And leaders are readers, And I've always known the importance of reading in order to become a great man and to live a great life, right? But one of the things that crossed my mind the other day, I was like, okay, well, like, what's some example? There has to be examples of people out there who aren't necessarily readers, but who have really done a lot of big things with their life, right? And so I go on and I try to find a list of this. 5 or 6 different websites that I looked at all reference kind of the same article. But this article, as far as the men on this article went, the 2 men that I knew, one was the guy who's the head of Intel right now, and I didn't know him. But the 2 guys that were mentioned in this article of like successful men who say that they are not readers, the 2 men were Kanye West and Donald Trump. And it just massively hit me with this realization of like, okay, both of those guys are way more successful than I've ever been. So huge props to that. I cannot, they are more successful than I probably ever will be. But the interesting thing about it is when I look at that and I think, okay, are those men someone who I would like to model myself after? And do they have a life as a whole, which is something that I would envy? And are those men someone that I would tell my sons to look up to these men and become more like them, right? And this was a big question for me. And the crazy thing about it is that when I look at men who were readers, right? I've got this whole biography shelf up behind me here. When I look at Washington and Hamilton and Bonhoeffer and Abe Lincoln and Grant and Theodore Roosevelt, all these people, these guys were all voracious readers and huge. They had massive libraries. They read everything they could get their hands on. And they were not only just readers, they were deep readers. They were guys who wanted to dig into stuff, who wanted to understand, who wanted to read to become better men. They didn't have the same words that I use all the time, but that was why they wanted to read. They wanted to read to be inspired and equipped and encouraged to live with strength, mastery, courage, and honor, right? These are the things. And so it really brought to mind this idea to me that we have so bought into this lie that reading is optional, that you can become a great man and you don't really have to worry about reading. Like, if it's just not your thing, then it's okay. That's just not true. It's just not. Like, there's the evidence for you. Here's the list of great men who are not readers. Donald Trump, Kanye West. If that's who you want to be, cool, then I guess technically you can go after that and not become a great reader. But if you look at anyone else in all of history, what you will find is that the men that you look up to were all readers in some way, shape, or form. And the really, really great men, the freaking Lincolns that you look up to, that are somebody that you would have your kids look up to, they were voracious readers, and they understood the power of focusing your mind and of learning from other people's experiences and of taking the best of other people's wisdom and mulling on it and digging into it and synthesizing it into your own heart and your own mind and your own life, and actually using that to change your life. And so it just brought up this renewed sense in me that I don't ever want to give off the impression that reading is optional, because it's not. It's just not. It's not optional. If you want to live a great life, you have to be a reader. And so there's a massive lack of people in the world right now who don't read, or if they do read, they read crappy books. And that's just not okay. That's why I'm here. I'm here to inspire you. I'm here to go on this journey with you. I'm here to help you find books that are worth reading. And overall, I just want us to go on this journey together of finding books that equip and inspire us to live with more strength, courage, mastery, honor. Those are the things that I want. I want to read books by real men, about real men, that inspire me to be a better man. And I have just become more and more convinced that that is one of the only ways that I will actually become the man that I want to be, and that I have the potential to be, and that God designed me to be. That's all I had. Just kind of a little ranty video today. That's just what's been on my heart. So hope you guys are having a great day. If you're not, so make sure you're subscribed, ring the bell, and you'll get notifications every time I put out a new video. And yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. That's all I got. Peace.